I'm going to show you how to set up the SR-71 Blackbird that I just got done making. So first, you're going to start with VMod, using the VMod version specifically linked in the shop entry for it. Any other version literally won't work. It's kind of bad. But you're going to take the tool gun, open up the menu, go to schematics, and then scroll down until we find the VMod SR-71. Click on it, and then you'll get this, then right click, and it'll spawn it in, assuming you have the right VMod version. Otherwise, it probably won't. So what we're going to want to do is come over here and open this up, and we'll just grab this controller. You don't actually have to use this because it doesn't have any configurations, but it just is a pre-configured controller for you if you want it. Then you're going to want to come around here, open up this trapdoor, and right-click that controller onto the controller hub. Now it's connected. Also, you should have the exact same tweaked controller keybinds by default now that I do if you're using the most recent modpack version, because it comes here from a config file, which has always been included. So you guys actually should have the same keybinds, including the generic Minecraft ones now as of the recent Minecraft update. But basically that means whatever I'm doing, you should be able to do the exact same thing, assuming you have the mouse keys and everything. Regardless, let's just check a few things. There is a radar mount here, but is it working already or is it not? Because I kind of left it assembled because it causes problems if you disassemble and reassemble it. It appears to already be working. Yeah, it actually is. Over here, we are going to have to get a valve handle. Put the valve handle here and do not turn it 45 degrees. Just turn it 1 degree. Just 1 degree in either direction. Doesn't really matter. Just so long as this thing becomes a contraption and not an actual block. If you don't do this, the jet engines actually won't work. So we'll just turn it 1 degree over there. So now that part's good. We are going to come around here, break this block, and now we can stick the valve handle here and set it to 11 degrees and turn it 11 degrees inward that way. And just leave it. That's for that tail. Over here, we're going to put the valve handle again and then turn it 11 degrees inward that way. So that's that decorative part done. Now we're going to form all of the flaps down here. There are 2 things on each side. You just right click it. Let's make sure that there are flares loaded back here. There should be, but they are expendable, non-infinite things. So once you shoot them, you have to come back and right click with the flares. But it looks like it's already fully loaded. So let's flip this around, point it down the runway, and let's come in here. This is the cockpit. So to turn the plane on, you're going to flick that lever. And that should have started the engine and everything moving in here, which it looks like it has. If you ever need to restart the engine, there is a crank here, or you could also use a creative mode or something else to help restart it. If the engine ever turns off or has problems, the actual engine blocks are located here. Troubleshooting, typically it will be because the back got filled up with carbon dioxide for some reason, or the front ran out of kerosene. Those are the most common reasons why it might turn off. But since it's all good, we can test this by pressing spacebar, which should toggle on the engines. It looks like it has. You press it again to toggle them off. So we are going to try to take off now and see if this works. The flaps appear to be working. And we are airborne now. So takeoff worked well. I can press one of my extra mouse buttons to raise the landing gear. So that part worked. And we seem to have full control. Now let's just test the afterburner by holding down left control. Okay, that part did not fully work, so we're going to go troubleshoot something. The mechanical pistons responsible for moving the afterburners appears to have failed for some reason. Okay, that one's working, which might have been actually blocking the jet engines, which is why takeoff felt slightly slow. Okay. That is the case. Interesting. So the engines can actually still be on. It was actually only being powered by some thrusters, which is interesting that was still able to take off. But I guess it looks like you may have to break and replace the mechanical pistons and place the extension pull back in order to get that to update. Probably just because they're by default assembled. So now the afterburners actually are working as well, and we are definitely faster. because we have full power now. That's good. So this stuff is working. In that case, let's try pressing the 1 key, and that'll launch the flares. So flares are working, which means everything is good to go. That's how you set up the SR-71 Blackbird. One tip for flying it is the afterburners are most useful for getting up to 100 meters per second, but they seem to like lock you at 100 meters per second once you get there. If you stop activating it, you can actually kind of maintain 100 meters per second longer, especially if you're pointing down. Like right now we are over 100 meters per second, and then if we slow down at all, it'll trigger this accident sonic boom. But if you just hold it down forever, then this is what will happen. I mean, nothing bad happens, it just, you start perpetually creating the sonic boom, because it goes back and forth. It's kind of annoying. Otherwise, hopefully that was helpful, and happy flying.